Hello everyone, this is Virtualwiz from Wiz Tech. Welcome to this Flutter development course for beginners. In this video, we'll learn about Flutter widgets. Let's get started. A Flutter widget can be defined as a self-contained, reusable piece of code that describes how part of the user interface should be displayed. In simple terms, widgets are the building blocks of a Flutter application. We build the user interface of a Flutter application using these widgets. As you can see, the user interface of this application, here this card is a collection of widgets. If we go over to the documentation of Flutter, here you can see there is a widget catalog. Inside here, we can find all the widgets that are used inside a Flutter application and many more. So we have accessibility, animation widgets, image widgets, basic widgets, and etc. Let's go over to the text widget. Here you can see we have different types of text widget, default text style, a rich text, and a simple text. So let's open this text, and here you can see we can use this simply by typing text and the text inside the widget. So we have used this text here. This is a text widget that we used previously. Text, and the text contains hello world. This text widget here is responsible for showing the hello world text inside our application. These widgets are the visual elements that developers use to create a user interface and define a app's functionality. Widgets can also be thought as Lego blocks that can be combined and arranged in many ways to create complex UIs. Let's say instead of hello world, we want to show how are you in our app. We type in how are you inside this text widget, and we go to run and run without debugging, and we wait for the application to run. And it shows how are you inside our application. Let's say instead of this text here, we want to show our image. How will we do that? Let's go over to the documentation, and let's go back, and let's go over to assets, images, icons, and we want to show an image. So let's go inside image, and there are different types of image. So image.new for obtaining an image from an image provider, image.asset for obtaining an image from asset bundle, image.network for obtaining an image from an URL, image.file for obtaining image from a file, image.memory for obtaining an image from a unit list. So let's see how it works. So here is a constant image. So let's type in, instead of text, let's type image. So image takes an image parameter. So inside image, we provide network image to fetch image from an URL. So network image, and inside here we pass in the URL of the image. So let's take this URL, copy image address, and paste it here. Let's run the code, and it shows the image of an owl. Let's try changing the image URL. So let's go over to the documentation and copy this image URL and pass it here inside the quotes. Control V, and hot reload the application. This time we don't have to rebuild the application from scratch because Dart provides hot reload feature. so we can instantly view our changes. So here you go, we have a new image appear on the screen. Likewise, we can do many things with widgets. There are built-in widgets provided by Flutter itself, and there are custom widgets that we can create ourselves by using multiple pre-built widgets. We have already worked with two built-in widgets, the text widget and the image widget. Now let's see how we can work with our custom widget that we create on our own. To create our own custom widget, let's first get rid of this constant image that we created, and let's also get rid of this theme data. We don't need it currently. So first of all, we have to create a new class and provide a name for the class. So I'm going with my widget. You can name it anything. So, and extends stateless widget. So what is a stateless widget? We'll go over that in our next video. The structure is similar to the myApp class. So class myApp extends stateless widget. So it's similar except the name. So we have to pass this my widget over here, my widget, and inside this widget we'll provide the data for our custom widget. So my app is also a widget, but it is our root widget of our application. So inside here we can see there is also a override widget build with a build context of a context. So we also have to provide that. So widget build with build context of context, and here override, and here is a error. So what the error says is it is not returning anything right now. So let's return a simple text. It is working, and rerun our application, and you can see it is working showing over here. So whatever is inside this my widget will be shown in our home screen. So this is a very simple way of creating your own widget. Right now we are only using one widget inside our custom widget, but if we have to use multiple widgets, we use a layout widget. So what is a layout widget? Layout widget is also a widget that helps you arrange other widgets in a particular way. To put it simply, the layout widget acts as a container for other widgets, allowing you to control their placement and sizing. So let's look at the layout widgets. So go over to the documentation, go back, and go inside layouts, and here we have three types of layout widgets. So a single child layout widget that contains only a single child inside the layout, or multi-child layout widgets that contains more than one child inside the container or layout, or sliver widgets that contains widgets that can be scrolled through. Let's take a look at one of the single child layout widgets named container. So a container first surrounds the child with a padding. So a container is simply a widget that contains a child inside it. It's a simple layout. It takes some parameters like margin, color, width, and height, and also a child. So let's use this in our code. So instead of returning the text, we will return a container with height of, let's say, 20, width of 20 to make it a square, and color of colors dot amber, and the child will be this text, hello world. So we have to close it with a semicolon. So let's first wrap this my widget with a scaffold so we can view the changes. So scaffold, it takes a body, so body will be our my widget, and let's run the application. And it's too small to view, so let's increase the height to be 200 and the width to be 200. And here you can see a container with yellow background or an amber background with a text inside it saying hello world right here. So why did we use a scaffold instead just typing my widget like this? So let's see how it looks. So if we don't use a scaffold, our app will look something like this. So the scaffold provides creates a visual scaffold of our material design widgets. So the scaffold provides a simplified process for creating basic structure in our application layout. It also provides many basic features of an application like the floating action button, the app bar, etc. Don't worry if you are still confused what a scaffold is, because we will use scaffold throughout the course, so you will understand the use of it. In our next video, we'll learn about what are stateless widgets and stateful widgets. Stay tuned and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Wiz Tech.